duh, 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 duh. Let's talk about the Pokemon market. There was never a crash. There was never Pokemon was never gonna go down. Blah 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 blah. Let's talk about it today because I'll show you some actual facts about what's happening to the current Pokemon market, and let's look at what happened last year, and let's see what my opinion is what's gonna happen for 2026. Alright, I'm also going to show you some examples. So we're going to be looking at some booster boxes from Sword and Shield. We'll be also looking at other booster boxes from other sets. Let's talk about it. What was happening? Alright, beginning of 2025, everyone was like, oh my god, things are going crazy. Everything has been going crazy for the last year. And now in December, November, January, everyone was saying, yo, we're in a bear market. Everything is going down. Sell all your product. Take your profit. Blah, 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 blah. There were some YouTubers, Pokey Team Rocket Joey, some other people out there, and David P. TCG, who were saying, buy, 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 buy. Don't sell. You can sell your profit and buy new things with it, but you get what I mean. I don't think it was the right market to sell your stuff yet. I know everyone is in this run for their own gain and at different times, and you need to make your money and whatever, so I understand that. But let's just look at facts, okay? Why? Why I thought the Pokemon market was not done yet is because of what sets were coming up, right? I think there's still so much hype in the Pokemon market. I still think there's so much demand in the Pokemon market. Therefore, it was only logical to me that when the market was crashing the past few months, that it was only a perfect time to buy more, right? And we can see this right here, right? We can see, if we look, for example, at Brilliant Stars, if we look at a year trajectory, right? We saw the booster boxes were $550, right? And in December, they went to $400, like $400 to $450, right? And I'm just looking at the American market because I like these graphs a lot. That's why I'm looking at TCG Player, but this is just basically the same in Europe as well for the people watching in Europe. But here, everyone panicked. People were panicking, right? From all the way from beginning of October, end of September maybe, end September, beginning October, up until December. Everyone was panicking, maybe until November. What have we seen? I kept on buying more too. There were so many people who were selling their collections, and I was like, hey, normally I buy collections, let's say it's 75, 80%, right? But I could buy sealed product, I could buy singles for 70% and it would be done. People just wanted to be done with the hobby. They were like, okay, I made my money, or I'm scared for what's going to happen. I want to sell. I was like, yo, I'll take it, but I don't have enough capital, right? So I can't just say, yo, I'm going to give everyone 80%. It doesn't make sense like that, right? So let's look at what happened now. We see that from November, December, it's only gone up. It's gone up to $560, $570. It made an all-time high already since then. So we can see that we're in a full bull market, and it's never done with Pokemon at this current moment, right? I don't think it's a forever trajectory that everything is going to go up. In theory, yes, and long term. But let's look at the same. Let's look at other sets, right? We're talking about Lost Origin, $800 booster box in October. It dropped down all the way to $650. Right now, it's still roughly going slowly up to $700, but is it still a good moment to buy in? I think so. It's a great set. It's a Shinji set, right? It has a great chase card to Giratina. Let's look at Silver Tempest. Silver Tempest, in my opinion, the best. I know it's a crazy call, but it's one of the best sets in my opinion from Sword and Shield. I just love the Lugia, so I'm very biased. So don't take that as a guarantee. But you get what I'm saying, right? By the way, none of this is financial advice before I get any lawsuits, but Lugia is still so undervalued in my opinion, right? Silver Tempest is such a great set. I know it's very hard to pull the Lugia. For the people that also watch my streams, we opened like this week and last week we opened like 100 plus pack of Silver Tempest and we didn't pull it. But the thing what I'm trying to say is that everyone was calling in October, yo, the market is done, get out, blah blah blah, and a lot of people did get out, but those people are starting to regret this right now, and I'm not trying to bash those people. I'm just trying to make this video so you guys can learn to try to do the opposite, right? And it's not just with Pokemon, but it's also with other things, but that's a different topic. Just with stocks and market in general, right? When the market goes down, it's most often a good moment to buy in. If you believe in the product and the things that you're buying, right? It makes no sense if you invest into Pokemon and you don't believe this hobby / market won't exist in the upcoming 10 years. Then in my opinion, it doesn't make sense, right? I think Pokemon is there for the long term. I think the investments that you do shouldn't be short term, but instead should be long term, right? Then these moments when things go down, right? Like a booster box went, let's just call it easy, $500, went all the way down to $400, give or take, right? A little bit less, a little bit more. Now it's slowly going back up to $450. I think this booster box will be end of 2026. It will be $600 plus, easy. I think it might even be higher, but something in that range, right? Again, non-financial advice. I'm just giving my opinion on these booster boxes, right? let's look at Searching Sparks. This is right now a booster box that got reprinted, right, in the past few weeks, in the past month, right. We can see at the price, right. Okay, this is probably like an outlier. I think this market is all over the place. Maybe we can look at a better graph, right. We can see that the booster boxes at some point went up from like $230 all the way up to $300, and now it's going back up and down. You can buy this booster box right now in Europe for €200. There are some websites that sell this product for €200, €210. This booster box is gonna be in a couple months €250 plus, guaranteed. Guaranteed. I cannot give anything guaranteed. Maybe I should take it back. But highly likely that it will be €250 plus. Might even be 300 for who knows. Right. Another interesting thing that we need to talk about, right, is let me quickly switch to this topic because I forgot to take that image out. But let's talk about, and I want to make a separate video about this too, right? But I think it's good to quickly mention this. They made a post recently, and this is what I've been saying to many people as well, and I wanted to make a separate YouTube video about this. But let's talk about these Pokemon sets are going out of rotation. Anything from Scarlet and Violet until Paldean Fates, right? So Paldean Evolved, Obsidian Flames, 151, Paradox, they're all going out of rotation. What's gonna happen? These prices are gonna go freaking crazy. The bull market is we're still in the bull market, and I don't want to compare this to crypto or investments, or because I think Pokemon has a different environment. It is a different environment, but nonetheless, I think right now is still such a great opportunity to buy. I don't think you should sell. You should, of course, take your profits when needed. Maybe you have some other costs that are outside of Pokemon, but right now is the moment to start investing more. And I know that's a crazy thing to say because you keep on saying buying more, buy more, buy more. But I think it's bound to happen that we just keep on going up, right? After Ascendant Heroes, we have I just forgot the name of the new set. Perfect Order, I think it's called. Of course, this set is a little bit less hyped, right? It's from what I can see. If we just quickly look at it, maybe I should probably make another video on this too. But if we just talk about the new set, right? Perfect Order. I think it was on Poke Beach, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. They probably did a. Here we go. Perfect Order. If we look at the setup, right, with the Zygarde, right, what's it called? Zygarde, yeah, Zygarde on the ETB and the packs. I don't think this is gonna be such a very hype set, but nonetheless, in the long term, we have 30th anniversary of Pokemon around the corner. I think people don't understand how much hype this brings with it, right? We have other sets that we don't know about. We have Ascendant Heroes is not even out. It's coming out in 16 days, right? And then we only have the 2-pack and the 3-pack blisters, so there's not enough packs on the market to meet the supply of demand, excuse me. So what I'm trying to get at is that the market is not done. There are so many great things to happen still in 2026, so I don't see any time that the market is going down dramatically. There might of course be some ups and downs just like any market, but I don't think you should be scared of that. And I think this is a great example of what we can learn from upcoming moments within the Pokemon industry, because these ups and downs have happened so many times in the last 5 years that I've been in Pokemon, right? Don't be scared when the market goes down. I know it can be scary, but listen to people that you trust, right? People who have been in this hobby for many years, right? Of course, find your own information sources that you trust yourself, right? Don't blindly just listen to the first YouTube video you see online or the first Instagram post you see for, yo, everything is selling. Do your own research as well, because that's the most important. Look at the history. Look at what certain products have done in the past and see where they are reacting to, right? Like, I can say it so many times. For example, to take an example of Evolving Skies, right? Don't look at the prices, don't look at the gains, but just look at the certain moments that you could have bought in. That's what I'm trying to say with Evolving Skies. First at release, €100, no one wanted the set. At €300, it was too expensive. At €600, it was too expensive. At €1,000, it was too expensive. Now it's €2,000, it's still too expensive. And it is an expensive box, don't get me wrong. What I'm trying to say is you could have bought at 300, you could have bought at 600, you could have bought at 900, you could have bought at 1200. I'm not trying to make this a video about you could have, but instead try to learn from that and think, hey, okay, wait, there are now products like Evolving Skies. I'm not saying they're just as good as Evolving Skies are gonna make the same gains or margins as Evolving Skies, but the fact that it has gone up when in moments you thought it was too expensive and the market was down. Just 2 years ago, 3 years ago, no one wanted Pokemon. With other words, right? The market was down crazy in terms of you could buy booster boxes left, right, and center. Like all these boxes here on this list right here, except for 151. Even 151 was at a really great price compared to what it is now. But Scarlet Violet, Obsidian Flames, Paradox, Paldean Evolved, you could buy these booster boxes at €100 easily, right? and no one wanted them. No one wanted them. People bought them, but no one, no one. There was not enough demand, or the market was not crazy then. But people didn't think, okay, hey, the market is going down. There's much more to come, and we can see that now because all of these booster boxes have gone 2 times, 3 times up in value, right? So think about the long term, please, guys. Don't be scared when the market goes down a couple of months. I'm not trying to say that I know the best, but I do know what the markets have done in the past, and I think you guys should also do your own research on that, or just watch my videos and blindly trust me. I wouldn't recommend that because I'm not always correct. I'm just trying to give you my opinion and help you guys out also with gaining financial success within this market, because there's a lot of financial gain to make here over the years. Don't think about it short term, think about it long term. Hopefully you guys like this video, and I'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.